So here in the Quran, we have one surah, so Surah 97, the night of al-Qadr. And it is an interesting one it doesn't seem to mean a lot. And when we delve into it, we go to the tafsirs, we get a really, really long story saying that the Quran was in the tablets in heaven on where everything is written, and then Allah takes the tablets and gives them to Jibril and takes them to the lower heavens and things like that. But when we simply just read the verses, they seem to actually be telling a different story. So let me just read it very, very quickly for you guys. So this surah goes something like this. Indeed, we sent it down during the night of decree. And what can make you know what is the night of decree? The night of decree is better than 1,000 months. The angels and the Spirit descend therein by permission of their Lord for every matter. Peace it is until the emergence of dawn. So just by reading that, has anyone got like any thoughts? Does it actually sound like this is talking about the Quran and Jibril and something like that?
I see nothing explicitly about this cave of Hira, Jabril, or a text necessary. Like, it doesn't even say. In fact, it says we sent it down, which is ambiguous between it and he, which is worth noting. But no, I wouldn't say necessarily there's anything super cave of Hira Quranic about it.
And I think the people questioning this surah is starting to actually make the rounds. Down there, actually, there is the title of a video that I actually watched a while back, and it is a wonderful video. It is over 30 minutes, and it's really great. This guy actually goes through the tafsir and explains things and the explanations from different scholars, and it's wonderful. And anyone who wants to delve into this particular surah, I think that's probably the right place where to begin. So we have, I think in this case, the surah, to me, at least when I read it, all that I get is that 3 out of 5 verses are talking about something happening at night, and that night is very important. And then the final verse, which is peace it is until the emergence of dawn, it sounds to me very much like to be about nativity, and that this was some sort of hymn. Also, the middle verse, the night of decree is better than 1,000 months. That doesn't sound to me like a theological statement. It sounds like something that just needs to sound nice, like you would have in a song. Better than 1,000 months. What does that mean theologically?
I think when a passage in the Quran is kind of either odd or doesn't fit with the standard Islamic narrative, I think it's worth taking notice of that and looking at it afresh. And I do think that there's a lot in this that would suggest the nativity, and it would be worth looking into the Syriac traditions around the nativity. If I understand it correctly, I think in the Syriac tradition, they fast on the night before Christmas because it was such an important day. So you can imagine people staying up all through the night, you know. But yeah, beyond that, I'd love to know what the significance of the word decree there, if there's any deeper meaning with that might illuminate the passage further.
As far as I'm aware, yeah, it's this Qadr thing. From the Aramaic, we have the sense of to make something darkened. So this is why there is some, let's say, debate, I suppose, between, is it Jesus's night? Is it his birth? Is it the crucifixion? Because obviously the whole idea of like the night of making dark, you know, the sun being blotted out, right? So that would point maybe towards the passion, right? So we can have a debate about whether it was Jesus's birth or his crucifixion. The thing is, at the end of the day, it doesn't seem to be about anything related to this standard Islamic tradition.
Christoph Luxemburg, he argues that this is about the nativity of Jesus. He says, Inna anzalnahu means, surely we have sent him down. And he says, Laylat al-Qadr, it means something like the night of predetermination or something like this. And it's important to note that when it says anzalnahu, it could be it, but also it could be him. And this, you can do this almost with everything in the Quran, unless the context is very clear, you see. So it being about Jesus is not very bad. It's not very far off.
So if this actually were that indeed we sent him down during the night of decree, might actually give us an indication of what the author or authors of the Quran were thinking when they were writing this. And it was, maybe they thought that Jesus was actually sent down at the point of birth or something like that. But instead of that, they make it into first we sent the Quran down during the night of decree, and then the creator of this story that it has to do with the Quran moving from upper heaven to lower heaven, because of course the Quran could not be sent down into earth in one night. It took 23 years, so that would be another plot hole.
Yeah, exactly. So it could be about Jesus, but what I'm saying is that this is a probability. It's not 100% either or, you know. If you have the final ta maftuha, means that it's a long ta written on the line, then this would be Aramaic. But if you have al-ta al-marbuta, then this is more Arabized. This, you could argue that this is later. This is something that has been invented later.
Let's move on and let's see if we find more stuff in the Quran that could indicate that this is in fact about Jesus. Well, there is a verse that we're not going to show here today, but it's Surah 19, verse 33. It says, they put words in the mouth of Jesus saying, peace is on me, the day I was born, the day I die, and the day I'm resurrected, actually. So, which confirms or probably denies the Islamic belief.